Christmas doesn't have to be massively stressful. You can strip it back if you want to. It's a dead Santa.
Welcome back to It's a Dead Sentence. I'm Carrie Smith.
I'm Emma Skip. It's a pleasure to be here with you again, Carrie.
As always.
It's always a pleasure.
Never at all.
In my heart.
So today we're talking about Christmas.
It is fast approaching, and we really want to look at the stress that can come around Christmas.
Yeah, there's a lot.
And also for anybody who, like us, is, living in the light of loss. Is that even a phrase? I don't know. In the shadow of loss.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. But, if you've lost somebody in the last year, the last 10 years, whatever it is, Christmas can be a particularly stressful time. Any of these celebrations can be. So we're having a little look at what really makes people tick around Christmas.
And we are obsessed with having the perfect day. We put so much pressure on ourselves. And often it doesn't live up to expectations, really. It doesn't live up to the hype.
No, I tell you what I'm really looking forward to this year. My sister, her baby's due on Christmas Day. This is an absolute fucking golden ticket for me.
The baby Jesus.
The baby Jesus, who is a girl. I don't have to prepare anything for Christmas this year, and I'm not going to, based on the fact that she might go into labour or she might not. So I'm going to do a mini Christmas, but I've told the kid's dad that he's got to be prepared for me to go at any moment.
What a get out of jail free card.
I know. How much do you love that?
I may have to leave at any time.
The thing is, this time last year, in fact, I started to write a song about this. This time last year, we were gearing up for Christmas and we actually went out for Christmas Day. Have you ever done that?
I've done it once or twice.
I loved it. But we did it because we took my dad to a pub that was opposite the nursing home we lived in, because by then it was getting so hard to get him out and about. So our Christmas last year, as sad as it is that he isn't here this year, was hard. It was negated by the fact that you had to do this thing for my dad. We had to do this thing for the kids. We then had to get the kids somewhere else to be with their dad. And for a lot of adults, I think it's just a kind of, we're trying to paint this perfect picture, but actually it's really fucking stressful. And
it's a logistical nightmare.
Like you said, you're trying to paint this perfect picture that everyone's having a good time, but are you having a good time?
Yeah. I think we see all these pictures on Instagram and all social media with families in matching pajamas and
all those.
Huge feasts of dinner and whatever. But how much of that is actually real? Because if you're spending all your time on social media, are you having a good time?
Yeah, that's a good question generally. If you're on social media all the time, I'd like to point out that when I'm on social media, it's for the podcast.
And we have to.
But I think there's a lot of how things are perceived by other people, particularly for the younger generation, like two old bags sat here having a natter. But really, that's what I see. It's really kind of sad. So my children and your one child are still very young, aren't they? So we still have a bit of magic of Christmas in our lives, don't we? So we have that to look forward to. But with that comes a massive shopping list.
Yeah, and you need a very big purse. Have you got lots of money? No.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's hard. I think money worries, money pressure for people to spend money. There's this whole I bought your kid a gift, so now you need to buy me a gift. Buying a gift is to buy a gift because you want to give it to somebody, not to receive.
Yeah.
And I think we all fall into that trap of buying just to tick off, I've bought them a gift and I've done my bit. Well, actually, keep your money and keep your sanity.
Do you know what I started doing a couple of years ago? And, I don't even care if I'm judged for this at all. I stopped writing Christmas cards. I used to, years ago, write Christmas cards to bloody everybody. And now I buy specific Christmas cards for the people who I want to give them to. Is it literally this year, because I've lost my dad, even less. So, and I'm all right with it, because I think what a load of nonsense. The worst thing, in my opinion, so now you know this, you won't do it at Christmas. To Emma, love Carrie. I just think, well, don't fucking bother. You can say that to me. Unless you're going to write me something really beautiful and sincere and heartfelt in there, don't bother.
Oh, fuck's sake. I'm going to have to sort it out. Start again. No, I'm with you. I don't really do cards massively. I used to maybe for some of my older relatives because they like to get a card.
Yeah, I mean, old people, yeah. Luckily, like everybody in my life is dead, so.
I mean, like, that's positive.
Yeah. I mean, it's not inaccurate. It just means I don't have to buy any stamps.
Absolutely. And the price of stamps in itself is ridiculous,
It really
darling.
is. It really is.
But yeah, so I generally write cards for birthdays and Christmas and I leave them in my car.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the time comes and goes. And then about 6 months later, I'm like,
that's
shit.
what I do if I have to pay anything by cheque. I don't have a checkbook.
Yeah.
Well, we deviate. But yeah.
So anyway, yeah. But yeah, Christmas. Very
so what
stressful.
You got there then?
So I just wanted to talk about if it's your first Christmas after loss and how hard those milestones can be when it comes to like celebrating anything.
Yeah.
No matter how minor, but Christmas is big. After you've lost somebody, like how do you feel? Because this Christmas we're both coming up against new loss and it's Christmas.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to be cheerful. And when you've got kids, you sort of have to fake it till you make it.
Do you know, interestingly, I did a post today, which will go out today or tomorrow. Fake it till you make it. I didn't put in, but I did put keep on keeping on, muddling along. And there was another phrase I got. But yeah, when you have children, you've just got to continue, which is on the one hand really good. And it serves as a type of therapy, but it can mean that we don't address anything about how we actually feel.
Yeah.
Because we all know, don't you, with young children, you're forced into the moment constantly. But, at the end of that busy day with the kids when they're in bed, how are you feeling? I don't know how I'm going to feel.
Yeah.
Have you thought
I don't know how.
Would you normally see your brother at Christmas?
Normally around Christmas, yeah. If not Christmas Day, definitely around Christmas. I don't know how I'm going to feel. I feel like there's the added expectation to be cheerful for my mum and dad, maybe, and to try and
that's kind of sibling pressure, isn't it?
Yeah. I think this year, though, I'm going to try really hard to just be kind to myself.
Yeah.
And that's the best present I can
give
myself.
So you're going to just shut the fucking door and
open a bottle of red wine
and say, your dinner's in the freezer.
Technical error. But yeah, basically. No, we do a nice Christmas Day. We tend to spend with our nearest and dearest, and we have games, and it's very like silly, child friendly, a bit competitive, girls versus boys, and that takes the edge off. It's never going to be the same, but it sort of takes the edge off. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. But I'm trying to sort of not put pressure on myself and to let myself be sad if I need to be.
It is.
What about you?
I don't know. I woke up the other day with the start of a song. So I used to write a lot of songs, and it's a really kind of cathartic process. If there's any musicians or writers listening, they'll know. And it was about knowing that last Christmas was my last Christmas with my dad, because I think I knew then. So on the one hand, if you've got a relative who's passed away, died through an illness like Alzheimer's, then you are, there's some quiet relief for you, your, existing family, and for them, because Christmas last year was nice, but it was hard. Even getting my dad in and out of a car was really hard, and him knowing what was going on was hard, and us all jollying along and pretending a lot of the time. It's not that we didn't have a good time, but you are.
But it's work.
It's work.
Yeah,
it is. It's work. It is. It's a challenge, and I think for you, Carrie, it can't be too dissimilar. I mean, your brother was ill for some time, wasn't he? So you must have had a few Christmases while he was on the decline.
Yeah, and I think the pressure of having to participate in things that are Christmas orientated and feel festive when somebody's poorly or when you don't fucking feel like it.
It's exactly that, isn't it?
I'm up and down still. So I'm like, some days I'm like, I don't feel festive at all. And then I think, get yourself motivated. Come on.
Yeah. And it does help when you've got a younger child. So your youngest is 9, isn't it? So well, my eldest. And that keeps you going, doesn't it? But yeah, I think the message we're trying to get across here is anybody that's experienced loss, whether it's been in this last year or in the last 2 years or even in the last 10 years, I think that these big events, Christmas, birthdays, whatever, are just really challenging because I don't think you experience joy in the same way.
No, and don't believe what you see on social media. I'll just tell you a prime example of that. Last year, the kids were desperate to go to this viral bakery. Did you see it on Instagram?
A what bakery?
A bakery that went viral.
Okay.
It was like a little hut and it looked fantastic. The cakes looked amazing, the drinks. So on we trot to this bakery that's gone viral. We stood in we queued to get in to start with.
It's not about queuing to go into any bakery.
We got there, and it's tiny. We got there was cars parked everywhere, all over the road, over the main road. We had to park on the main road, a dangerous road, country road, and walk in. We queued for about an hour.
Nope.
We got a coffee, and at that point, I think we got hot drinks and a cake or a toasty. About 60 quid later, I had a cold coffee, nowhere to sit. I got back in my car, felt fucking robbed. I thought, this is not like Instagram. This is not how they advertised it. So, just take everything with a pinch of salt.
Yeah. Yeah. And the whole buying into concepts around Christmas. I mean, we do, don't we? We try so hard to do our best for our children, especially if we know that we're low because we're grieving in some way. But then you find yourself like throwing money at things, don't you? I mean, I do. I'm like, we'll just buy more presents because I'm not sure that, I'm going to be a barrel of laughs. And it is that, isn't it? I mean, ultimately, we'll have a good time. Of course we will. But this will be our first Christmas, as it will be your first Christmas without your brother, and it will be my first one without my dad. This is my first dead parents' Christmas. Oh. That is a fact.
The No Parent Club.
The No Parent Club,
What a shitty club to be part of.
It is shit, isn't it? When I will be a new auntie, so that's good.
I know, that is beautiful. So, what have you got there that you've been researching for me?
Well, I want to talk about statistics. So I started looking at stress around Christmas.
Yeah, because that's fundamentally what we're talking about.
And I wanted to talk about these because I just felt it was kind of grim. So a study of 2,000 people shows that 1 in 4 people feel more stressed than usual during the festive period, rising to nearly a third among women. Right, can we talk about that for a start?
What, because women do everything?
Yes. I mean, I don't want the podcast to become a platform for a massive fucking feminine rant, but fuck's sake, it's just shocking, isn't it? Of course women are more stressed around Christmas because they do more. Yeah. They just constantly do that. Their mental load is more.
I feel like we should have a little warning there.
Yeah.
This is not man bashing.
Yeah, well, is it? I don't know. No, it really isn't actually. Like my dad at Christmas, let's be reflective, he was really good. He's kind of hide in the kitchen, but he'd never shirk away from any work. He would have a couple of whiskeys and
get rapping.
Try and cook the Christmas dinner while my mom probably proceeded to get pissed and just have a go at him. So yeah, I mean, he never shirked away from anything like that at all. So, that's not my opinion, just for the record, of all men. I just feel that this statistic made me sad. And it appears the pressure to cook and host are the biggest stress factors, with more than 1 in 10 women, 13%, and only 6% of men feeling the pressure when cooking. Almost 1 in 5 people find a busy home overwhelming, and a quarter admit that their home is messier than usual. I have not been to my house. Amidst this panic and bustle, 1 in 5 women and 1 in 10 men say they are more likely to do things in a rush. Well, that's a surprising statistic, isn't it? Isn't it? Look at Carrie. Carrie's like having a mare that I'm just being really anti-men today. But I think I've just listened to so much drivel about it recently, like women having to do more. And I look like all my friends that are female, I'm like listening to them go, oh, I've got to do the Christmas shop. I've got to get all the kids' stuff. And I'm like, oh, you could share the load with your partner.
Yeah.
But your Aaron, does he do it?
No, no. No, he does a bit. Yeah, he does his bit. He's good.
Oh, God. During this busy time of year, the festive fear and rushing can lead to mistakes and accidents happening. I mean, really.
What, like death?
Yeah.
Murder?
I just went down a bit of a rabbit hole when I just started Googling things around like stress at Christmas. This is what came up again and again and again. These statistics.
And it's got a name. What is it? You told me it earlier.
Hang on. Please hold. It's called the Christmas holiday effect. Now, I don't know if that's more of an American thing because we don't generally refer to Christmas as a holiday, apart from the school holidays, do we?
No.
The Americans do. So maybe it's not used as widely in the UK. But yeah, I quite liked it as a term, the Christmas holiday effect. But it makes sense, doesn't it? And also we're a culture of drinkers. So it gives us an excuse to drink all day long to soften the blow of the fact that we've probably got to cook for people we wouldn't normally want to cook for.
Yeah. And there's always like your weird uncle. I mean, not that I've got a weird uncle, but like, historically they say, there's like odd members of the family that have to come to the meal, and everyone's like, don't give him any more drink. He's handsy, leave him.
Yeah.
All that sort of, there's always like,
I'm absolutely fine about not doing Christmas this year. I mean, I will do something with the kids. I just don't know what it's going to look like. But I'm okay about it. I often wonder as well, like you said earlier, the influence of social media telling us it's got to look like this, it's got to be like this. The pressure is on when really it should be a holiday and it should be something we look forward to, and it should be something that's like a time spent with people we actually want to be around. So for me, that's just me and my children and you.
Oh, thanks. I'm invited.
But yeah, I think, previously on Emma Skip, I have catered for and catered to family members, and not just my own, that I would never in a million years want to do that for again. And I'm glad that I don't.
Fair play. I think that deserves a round of applause.
Thanks.
And now, can we just remove the men from under Emma's cosh, please? Thank you. What about traditions? I mean, we've got some family traditions, like old family traditions that we do, and we try to sort of make new ones. But one of our family traditions is called the chopstick game. And we used to play it with Aaron's mum, who's no longer with us. She's passed away. And we get like sweets in a bowl, two bowls, and you verse each other. So we might have boys versus girls, and you do it in heats. So like you've got to try and get as many sweets out with chopsticks. Really? So like they're normally Skittles because they're a little bit hard to get.
Oh my God.
And you have a minute, and whoever gets the most goes on to the next heat.
Can you do it like the Chinese people eat rice?
No. Oh. You've got to do it, just one, and you put them into the other bowl. No cheating allowed. It's like everybody gets involved. It's it becomes a big thing. So that's one of our traditions. And then my daughter, who's my eldest, and she is from this planet, but not of it, she has started a new tradition where she buys my husband and her stepdad a pair of fish slippers every year.
Why?
I don't know. I said to her, please don't buy any more. They keep going to the charity shop. Like what I mean by fish slippers? They're actually like a fish that you put your feet in.
Yeah, I feel like
they're gross.
I should get my son some of those. He loves fish.
Oh, I've probably got a pair you can have.
So I'll maybe line them up for the next several years. That'd be great.
But yeah, so that's her weird tradition.
We've got a couple of traditions. I mean, it's probably one that lots of people share, but we do the elf on the shelf.
Well, they're real, and that's the real Christmas magic. So we do that as well.
Yeah, and also my children are at an age where they're still going along with Santa, and I like to think, that they actually still do believe in it. Certainly my daughter does. I don't know whether anyone's whispered anything to my son, but he's so cute. So I think he does. So I do the elf on the shelf, but they know that's not real. But do
they know that's not real?
Yeah, they know it's not real, but they still enter into the spirit of it and the magic of it. But I mean, so my daughter's got a massive doll's house upstairs, and I've had the elf doing some rather compromising things in there over the years, which has been fun for me.
I always get into bed and I'm like, fuck, I haven't done the elf. Somebody has to get up and do the elf at 10 o'clock. Like, God's sake, what can I do with him?
And the other thing is my ex, he brought another tradition along with him a few years ago, which I love, and we've had to carry on through Christmas and birthdays, which is we get gift paper, wrapping paper, and wrap the door.
I saw you do it for Thea's birthday.
Yeah, and we do the door, and then they burst through it. But obviously there's two of mine, and there's a year between them, so it's just a fight. They just sort of wake up in the morning and then
just do their bedroom doors.
Oh my God, I never knew all that. Thank you, Carrie.
That is
Brilliant.
it.
Okay.
That is what you're going to do.
Can we talk about Christmas dinner?
Yes, can I just quickly, before we start, talk about Santa again?
Oh, yeah, of
because
course.
my little boy he lost one of his last baby teeth.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's early, but anyway, he said to me the other day, Mummy, I'm going to ask you a question.
What, your 6'9"
Yeah. He said, Mum, I'm going to ask you a question, don't lie. And I said, okay. And he went, is the tooth fairy real?
Yes.
And I went, well, the mummies and daddies work for the tooth fairy. He went, is the tooth fairy real? Because he knew I was lying. And I went, honestly, I said, no, the tooth fairy is not real, but it's nice to believe in the magic of it.
You still have to brush your teeth.
So he then said, well, where are all the teeth? And I went, upstairs in my jewellery box. So then he was like, I need to see them. So I had to take him upstairs.
Look at their teeth. It's weird.
I had to take him upstairs, get all the teeth out. But obviously I haven't just got his teeth. I've got Millie's teeth. My eldest
Are they all
teeth.
in together?
And they're all in a box in
Are
my
they
jewellery
separate,
box.
though, or are they just a collection of human teeth
together?
Yeah, so I've
he was
done
like,
that with
Mummy,
my
you're
teeth.
so weird.
Yeah, I've also got my own milk teeth.
Oh my God, that is weird.
My mum kept them in a weird, strange pot with some German writing on.
Oh, cute. Like,
I'll go get them if you can have a look, if you like.
Oh, I'll give them a bash.
I'll tell you what the other thing is we do. This came from my ex-husband, and this was really magical. I try and do it still. I think he still does it in his house, but we get talcum powder and do the footprints, which my two love. They really like that. So,
you know what you can buy on TikTok now? Santa's wallet.
What?
A Santa wallet, like he's dropped his wallet.
Okay.
And it's got like his driving licence in it,
Oh,
Costa card.
We've got Santa's driving licence. So that came from something. I don't know, maybe it's in your
Yeah, so apparently it looks like he's dropped his wallet when he was dropping the presents off. And you put something through the door to say, excuse me, can you send back my wallet or whatever?
Okay.
But so then he asked me, is Santa real?
Oh, no.
So I went, listen, I'm in the middle of dinner here. We'll talk about it afterwards.
Is that how you swerved it?
I swerved the question.
Well done.
And he never revisited it. But I do think he's query, not sure whether it's real. And now he has asked me before, and I've said, well, if you don't believe, you don't get a gift. So you choose. Do you want to take the risk?
Yeah.
And he's gone, not
that
really.
Kid, he's going to believe in Santa till he's 40.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Like the big ones.
So who do you cook the dinner?
This year, and when we are all together, my sister-in-law and her husband and her family, we all cook something and bring something, and everybody does their fair share.
Okay.
Last year I cooked just for my family. Sometimes I cook, sometimes I just bring something. I don't think one year I cooked for 15 people.
Yuck.
And then it just varies.
That is, I could not even imagine doing that. I would get that really wrong. I'm bad at cooking Christmas dinners. As in, like, I'm rubbish at timing.
Yeah, I was all right.
I used to write it out. That was the only way I could do it. You know, that needs to go in at this time. Very
set alarms.
Very boring.
Alexa was going off every 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not going to get on my pedestal about men and Christmas again. I'm just going to read you this and see if you do. So,
sorry, men, you're back under.
While no single study definitively states who cooks Christmas dinner, statistics show that it's predominantly handled by women and or parents. So that's he's lumping in some men, with younger generations often avoiding the duty, which was probably me, 10 years ago, 11 years ago. Surveys indicate that about 30% of UK families cook the meal together, but the responsibility often falls on the primary caregiver, with a significant number of adults relying on their parents to host. Now, I wonder whether that's reflective of us not having that much, extra income. So, getting everyone together, and if you are lucky enough to still have your parents and you're in your 30s and 40s and 50s, whatever, you're still getting them to host a dinner because they're better at it than you are.
Absolutely.
Many adults, especially those under 45, do not cook Christmas dinner. So, some saying there's a lack of confidence or skills, which is actually essentially what I've just said, but I would still do it.
Under 45?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, lazier. But then you think, there are people who stay at home for a lot longer because they can't afford to leave.
Yeah, true.
So, and especially if they're staying, parents are doing too much for them.
Unless obviously their parents are dead and then they have to do it for themselves.
In which case it's, sad.
Yeah. Or takeout.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd do a Christmas pizza.
Yeah. Christmas pizza?
Yeah.
Nice idea.
Yeah.
Sounded really brummy then.
We did, actually. We did, I'm sure, was it a Christmas dinner when my mum was really poorly? We did something that wasn't a traditional Christmas dinner just because she just didn't have any appetite. And actually, that's the other thing, isn't it, that we ought to discuss. If people are either poorly themselves, nearing the end of their lives themselves, or you are hosting for an unwell relative, you know, they may very well not want to eat anything. It's, as is so often the case when people are coming towards the end of their lives, they don't have an appetite. So you're throwing them headfirst into this kind of
huge dinner
and, you know, lots of rich food and stuff. And you have to take that into account as well, don't you?
I think what we, have you got anything more there that you'd like to discuss? I think what I'd like to say is that try and keep your old traditions if you can. Maybe start new ones, especially if you've lost somebody. Sometimes that's a good time to start something new, even if it's commemorating them and spending time thinking about them. It might be hard today, but you've survived hard days and you can survive this one. Would be my motto is, you know, Christmas Day, it might be hard, but crack on through.
I think there's a truth in the fact it is just another day. And that's not me dismissing Christmas in any way at all, or any other significant holiday. But it is just another day. It is another day that you wake up in the morning and you go through the motions of the day and you go to bed at night. And for most people everywhere, whether they're actually in bereavement or not, or they're just getting through like the graft of life, is they you know, lots of people are just trying to find the best way to get through a day and stay as happy as possible. And I think we do need to remember that Christmas doesn't have to be massively stressful. You can strip it back if you want to. I know it's hard when there's children involved, but when I think of Christmas when I was a kid, you know, we never got piles of presents that I buy for my children now, but I loved it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
I think it was the fun, wasn't it? The being together.
Yeah.
But if you are looking forward to Christmas, then absolutely enjoy it. And if you're not, then just try and be kind to yourselves, because that's all we ask, isn't it? So Merry Christmas from us at It's a Death Sentence.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Thank you, dear listeners, for tuning in to It's a Death Sentence. Please keep listening to our weekly episodes.
And if you like our show, please like, share and subscribe.
We are dying to talk to you.